I could be laying in a cotton bed. Just imagine that. Good morning. This was my tent site last night. I forgot to take a picture before I tore down the tent. But pretty level. Yeah, I chose the one back here surrounded by bushes because the wind changes direction so often. You don't know which way it's going to come. And bushes help slow down the wind, at least. So overall, last night was pretty good. There were some breezes here and there, but nothing hard. And if you go through here, you can actually start seeing like maybe another spot here. But there's more over here. There's a lot of spots that aren't really perfectly level, but it's all sand, so it's actually pretty easy to just kind of level it out yourself. And the trail is way over there where the cairn is, so not bad. I guess the trail was right here. And then, yeah, I stepped over those logs. I remember walking between those, so yeah, today's gonna be a pretty tough day. Checked out the elevation profile, and I'm gonna go just 19 miles today, just because the elevation is gonna be changing so often. It's not a lot of higher altitude, it's just gonna be a lot of up and down. It seems like 6,000 feet up, 5,000 feet down over 19 miles. Yesterday, I had 6,500 feet up over 15.6 miles because there was a lot of change. But today there's also gonna be more down. So I figured take it easy because the profile for the day after looks like it's mostly down to get to the road to Payson. And it's gonna be about 10, 11 miles and should be easier, a little faster that way. So let's pack it up and get moving. My hands are so cold. My gloves are on. I originally thought about setting up camp there, but it was too windy from the side that way. I guess that's east. And I also thought about setting it in the corner over there, but it's a lot smaller. So I think my site was a good compromise. And we're off. Good day to you. Day 22, I believe, or 23. Good day 23 to you. So this is Granite Spring. It's up the hill a little bit from point 3 from where I camped. I mean, water's coming out, just really slow. If you're super desperate and you just need to soak your mouth, I mean, I guess you could do it. You'd have to wait here for a long time. Good morning. Sun's rising from southeast. Roosevelt Lake's way down below now. And I guess we went through a bunch of those mountains. And we're still heading up and heading northwest. The manzanita bushes around here are just full of those berries. I've been seeing a lot of poops that I thought were coyote poops. And they always have like a mix of fur and a mix of these things in. So I wonder if they just kind of eat it all up. Or maybe they ate some animal that ate a whole bunch of these berries. And then they ate its stomach or something. So the next water source is about 8 miles, not bad. And I was gonna go 19 because 11 miles after that is Pine Creek or something like that. There's water source there and plenty of camping as long as locals don't show up. But my legs just feel like jello this morning. They're so weak. I thought I ate a lot yesterday, but I guess I didn't eat enough. I might have to reconsider. I was gonna push to the Pine Creek and get water there and camp. But this next water source, I'm gonna have to see if there's another water source in between. I may have to camp out well before Pine Creek, I'm not sure. His legs are just weak. It's only 19 miles for today. I should be able to make it though. I don't know, I'll just keep trying. Maybe we'll get better. I guess that's just the nature of fire with wind and how it works. Back there was just super green and all of a sudden we just hit a near high point and big burn area. But it's actually really limited. Goes through here. I mean, there's a lot of life further up, but down further, yeah, more burn areas. I guess that's the trail. You can kind of see the trail going all the way across, going around the hill in front of us. Yeah. But like in the previous burn area, it looks like life is continuing. You could tell, like here, the same as before. The plants, the bigger branches are dead, but the bushes are growing. Not well because of the drought and all, I guess. But they're green and living, and they'll probably continue to live. At some point, I guess all these branches are going to fall. You could really see where the fire just kind of ended or started. Just that line. Brown. Over here, it seemed like the fire did much more damage. Most of the bushes are just dead. Unfortunately, in a few years, we'll see how the roots hold up the trail. Otherwise, the trail is going to start washing away. But there are a lot of green plants growing now. We just need more bushes and stuff. Something with deeper roots to hold the trails together. So far, so good. I'm just kind of glad that trail looks like a gradual up, nothing steep. Still be elevation gain, but it'll be gradual. That's manageable. Look at those beautiful blue skies and clouds. Most of the day you look at prints, and when it's sandy, it's nice to be able to see good prints. And I see some cow prints in front of me. They're on top of other footprints, and I've been following it for quite a while. It wasn't there for one bit, and it just appeared. It's funny as I could identify Rick, another hiker, because he has these Solomon waffle pattern. I see it once in a while. It's really old. A lot of people have been stepping over it. But these cow prints are, I think, on top of all the other prints. So I'm eager to catch up to the cow. Pretty fresh. So, yeah, where is he? And why is he here? Here's the trail, and look at this retaining wall the trail maintainers built. Good job. Stacked them all up at an angle at a decent height, so it kind of holds back the soil there. Good job. I wonder what it looked like before they did this. Nice. I think that that cow doesn't have GutHooks, so he kind of got off trail here. It's kind of rough here, so I can kind of see why he thought there might be better ways to go. Should hear the branches snagging on me. Here's a low one. Oh. But it's pretty rough here. I did see they cut some trees that were in the way. It being a wilderness area, they'd have to use handsaws. But there are a lot of overgrowth, a lot of trees, bushes growing over the trail. But yeah, the cow lost its way because of this. I don't know where he went. I think you can't really even see any footsteps anyway. Look at this, amazing. Last patch of snow. First one I've seen in a while. I guess I'm not too surprised. It's pretty cold. It was a cold one last night. Believe it or not, this portion of the trail is actually rather damp. You can see, well, this one isn't because of moisture, because it could have burnt wood. But here and there are muddy spots, and you can tell there were muddy footprints. But right now, actually, those muddy spots are frozen. In most places, I hit my trekking poles on them and they're rock hard. But like up here, quite muddy looking, right? It's been very damp. I don't know if it's because there's any more snow up there that's been melting, or because of the rain a couple days ago. Quite damp. Another rough trail. It's easier than a couple days ago. Look at this trail. You go down and right by these cube rocks, and then head on up the side. Nice gradual climb around the hill. Here's quite a pickle. It's a tree that fell over. It looks like the roots burnt. There's no way to climb over it or to the right of it. It looks like a lot of people are scrambling here, going straight up, going over the trunk, and then coming down somewhere. That's what I'm gonna have to do, I think. That's the only thing I can do. And here you go. Sometimes I really love walking on these really steep mountainsides, but when you do it all day, it's just kind of, I don't know. I'm not liking it as much right now. It's so steep, you have to really concentrate as you're walking. Because one stumble and you fall off, that's quite a drop down. Can't drop anything, you just have to be careful. Winds are starting to pick up, so I've been like slowing down anytime I hear the wind coming. It's just steep sides. But man, yeah, you do get treated to some amazing views though. Like there's a weird town on the left somewhere. And Roosevelt Lake is just so long. So long. To think before the dam was there, probably wasn't anything there. Big river. Beautiful scenery though. Look at these clouds overhead too. Nice, huh? It's supposed to rain tomorrow morning, like 7 a.m. Every once in a while, you just get big patches of snow like this. The footprints are older, and it goes right, and you can very obviously see where the trail is there, and then it goes, just keeps going up and around. I think we're gonna go up into a saddle soon, and it'll be easier hiking, hopefully. Check out this cave-like thing. It looks like a big mouth. The other thing with the trail here at the Four Peaks Wilderness area is you can tell they blasted and busted through a lot of rock to make this trail, and the trail is therefore very rocky. Small rocks, big rocks in the way, but it's quite a bit of work. Well, it's noon, so I thought I'd check my progress, and it looks like I went 7.4 miles, which isn't the best in about 4.5 hours, but it's been rough terrain. We did climb 3,400 feet or so, so that took a huge chunk out of the rest of the day, so maybe 2,800 more for the rest of the day. We're pretty close to the spring, so once we get there, we're actually go a little bit, and we're actually going to wind up on some forest roads for quite a while, for the rest of the day it looks like, so be interesting. It could be good, could be bad. Some forest roads are good, but some are just super steep and gravelly, so it's probably gonna be a mix of both. But at least on a forest road, you're not gonna have thorny bushes covering the trail and you have to fight through. So my legs will be saved for the next half anyway. So far it's been rough, but okay, a little bit more to go. Let's get some water and take a break and eat lunch. It's pretty funny. I was actually going to film the trail and I just had my camera pointed up, and look at the clouds up there. It's all scattered. If there was a sunset, it would be stunning. Just all that color. Look, you can get like a halo. I got rings of clouds around my head. I could be laying in a cotton bed. Just imagine that. In reality, we're walking through another burn zone, quite burnt. You can make out the trees as much, but for some reason this trail is super wide and clear. It's very nice, but the trees are really burnt here. Not as much ground vegetation, just some of the bushes. Oh, check this out. What is going on here? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's holes all around. Think like a family lives here? What the? All around. There's a huge network of tunnels right under my feet. They're big. What is it? Holy smokes. What do you think lives down there? As I was saying, quite burnt. This trail is wonderful though. Ahead of us too, it's quite burnt. We have about 0.2 to the water, so we're very close now. I finally got to Shake Spring. We have to go down a little bit more, but can you hear it? I don't know if you will pick it up. Sound of running water. And there's a big pool there. Greenish, but it looks really clear and deep. So it looks like a pretty good water source right now. And then we'll head up after that. But yeah, nice. Let's stop and get some water and take a break. I'm all filtered up and I'm ready to go. I have 10.8 miles. I don't know if I'll get there before 6. I don't know. I just don't know what the terrain's gonna be like, how much it's gonna slow me down. I had a whole bunch of chocolate chip cookies, so I think I'm gonna be roaring for at least a few more miles. And most of the elevation for today's, well, more than half is gone, not most. So it should be easier. We'll see. If I don't get to the Pine Creek, 10.8 miles, I'm just gonna stop at any campsite, maybe before 6:30 or so. It's been really overcast today, and the weather forecast said it was going to be pretty much low of freezing at Roosevelt Lake, and we're about 3,000 feet higher. So that's 12 degrees colder. So I would like to be in my tent. I'm not even going to worry about condensation. I'm going to close off all the vestibule doors, and I like to be in my tent by 7. Ideally, maybe 6:30, just to have a good night, get settled and have a good night. And then tomorrow we'll just make up for it, right? 10, 11 miles, we'll see. And yes, I do have my rain jacket on. I was cold filtering water, so I put it on, but I think also the sun is not going to come out and the clouds are getting darker and the winds are starting to pick up. It's like typical afternoon winds. Get strong for a while and it dies down by 8 o'clock or so, but I think it's gonna be cold today. I was just stretching earlier and thought I'd show you what my legs look like. See all the white scratches? That just dry skin. There's some soot and there's red dots everywhere. They're from the thorns. I actually pulled a thorn out of my leg yesterday. And here's my left one. A lot more scratches, a lot of little red nicks here and there. No major red nicks though. So that's good. Oh, there's a lot of dirt. That was from the scramble around that big tree. I'll assume this fell out of someone's pack. It was inadvertent, so I'll pick it up. Goodbye, Four Peaks Wilderness. You were tough. Thanks for the good views, and hope you thrive in the future years to come. Oh yeah, you're a little scarred, aren't you? Too is I saw those mountains before, but that's the north side of some mountains. One of the Four Peaks, I assume. Well, look at all the snow over there, huh? Whew. We should be hitting the road soon now. In fact, even before hitting that wilderness sign, I heard car honking. It's a Thursday, so I assumed there wouldn't be so many people. But I guess this road coming up is popular with ATVs. I see one now. Now the campsite I'm going to, someone posted that he set up camp and then a bunch of people showed up and set up speakers and started partying. So he packed up and left. And I'm hoping it was a weekend. Today's a Thursday. Close. Some people think Thursday's a weekend. And it's possible I might get interrupted. I'm just hoping because there's forecast for rain tomorrow that'll keep the people away from staying overnight here. We'll see. Wow, this is Pigeon Spring at mile 367. There doesn't seem to be any kind of flow, although it's kind of overflowing. and going into the ground here. But that water has a ton of stuff floating on top. Not even just the leaves, there's just like a film of stuff. I'd say definitely get it further before this at was it Shake Spring? That was actually really good. We are at the Pigeon Trailhead, and this is the Arizona Trail sign, and I think we're somewhere between here and there, somewhere, or maybe here. I don't know. I thought we were in the Mazatzal Mountains, but I don't know. Who knows? And Pine is, I don't even know where. I don't know where anything is if it's not labeled. But burn area ahead is right. But we're on the road now, and then we're gonna head up and over there. Back here comes the vehicle. He's zipping along. Road condition must be pretty nice. I just didn't want it to be all super gravelly, like the huge rocks like we had coming down to Roosevelt. Here's a little cache here. It looks like about 1/3 of a gallon of water. But when there's just one like this in the middle of nowhere, I always wonder, like, is it water? I don't know if anybody's ever watched iCarly before, but there was a scene where Spencer's nemesis, his arch enemy, sprays him with something, and then Spencer's like, "Whoa, what is that? Is that water?" And he goes, "You wish it were water." And it was like that. Things like that I see, and I'm like, you wish it was water, but you never know. I won't take any. Still walking on this road. Some parts are bad. A lot of parts are good. Look at all these rocks. We are heading down now. We are 0.4 from the Pine Creek. I don't hear anything yet. See, this road is rough. If you're driving this, you have to be careful where you put your wheels. I don't hear anything yet, but we're still far away. But we are close. I have enough water, actually. It's been a really cool day, so I haven't been drinking too much water. And I have enough water to get to another water source after. There's a couple relatively close, iffy ones. I think I can get past them because it's gonna be cool in the morning too. But we'll just get past if there's stuff going on. But hopefully everything is calm and nobody's gonna come tonight, and I could just stay there, call it an early night, and relax. Because I'll be there within 10 minutes, and a lot of clouds coming in from the west. And I actually haven't been to camp this early in forever. Usually it's past sunset, but we still have at least an hour and a half before it goes past the hill. And of course, here there aren't really any tall hills to our west, so it looks like it's going to be an hour and a half at least. Well, we made it, folks. Mile marker 376.1. There's nobody here. I hope it stays that way. I mean, there's a lot of good camping. If people stay away, it would be really good. Let's see how much trash is in here. You can tell how much of a party zone it is by how much trash. Actually not bad. I think I'm gonna settle in over here. Well, there it is. I set it up this way because the west is that way, sorta, and the winds are coming this way. And I like this over flap to be in the wind, that way the wind doesn't come in. I am going to close everything tonight because it's going to be kind of cold. I also did this because this faces the main parking area, so I can easily look out if I had to. But it's level enough. It's actually a really nice spot, and the ground is just hard enough where you can hit stakes in and they're gonna stay, but you don't have to worry about them flying out. And I even did this for the head. That way it lifts up that middle part more, so you get a little bit more headroom. The stick thing helps a lot. I've never seen anybody doing that before. I think it helps. A lot of people just tie the line straight. That doesn't really do much though. I don't know. ZPAC's website actually shows a stick, but I've never seen anybody else do that before. I don't do it for the feet though, because I'm short. If I'm taller, I probably would. Well, that's it for day 23. It's about 19.1 miles or something like that. I'll get you the real number later and I'll put it at the end of this video. But I'm gonna jump in my tent. There is a hill there. The sun, I go like this all the time to get the oh, the sun's gonna be gone in like 15 minutes and it's cloudy, so it's getting cold already. So I'm gonna jump in now and get everything ready. Put on my puffy. The only reason I haven't put on my puffy yet because my back is still a little wet. So I'm waiting for it to dry. But it is getting cold, so I'm going in. Thank goodness nobody's partying here. I finally got my legs cleaned up and I can kind of feel the stinging along here now. That's a good little scratch. Got multiple red dots all over here as well. Man, it's been a tough section. Superstition and Four Peaks Wildernesses. Ooh, those plants are rough. Well, day 23 has come to an end. So far, nobody else has showed up here to party or anything, so I think I'm safe. Hopefully these aren't my last words, but so far so good. It's actually pretty cold. I went outside to pee and it's snowing a little outside. I heard rustling on the tent. It's like, it sounds like little hail bits that hit and roll, like you could hear it and then rolling off. So it's not supposed to rain till 7. But up here, I forgot. I kept thinking, oh yeah, it might rain at 7 o'clock. It might snow at 7. So yeah, I forgot about that altitude thing. I knew it was gonna be colder, but I forgot that it's, snow, not rain. Oh well. But tomorrow, 10 miles into Payson, and I'm gonna zero there. I managed to get a little service at the top of a hill and booked a bookings. I looked at a couple of the places on GutHooks and I called them, but they were a little too expensive. The booking was cheaper, believe it or not. Airbnb, same price for just a private room, so I just got a hotel room. And the good news is it's right next to a Culver's. I promise I'll get salad at least once or twice though. I gotta say, it was nice having a kitchen during a zero because you could just cook your own food. So I'll miss that, and I'm not even sure this place has laundry. It wasn't listed in one of the facilities. If not, I'll just hand wash it because it's zero anyway, so it's not gonna kill me. But I will talk to you tomorrow, unless the hail stuff really picks up, and I'll try to get audio of that because it's interesting. And you hope y'all have a good night, and yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. By the way, this is the NU25 with the natural light setting. How do I look? And then let's switch over to the normal light and see if there's a big difference or not. Ah! Too bright.